So today we're going to be talking about the infinite reaches of ideas and creativity. So why are ideas and creativity infinite? Well, to tell you that, first I need to get you to understand good explanations. Good explanations are explanations about the world that are falsifiable, hard to vary, and measurable. So for example, a good explanation, well, let me give you a few bad explanations. So one bad explanation would be the reason why the sun went into the air today was because Zeus put it up there. I know Zeus isn't the sun god, but I don't really care. It's still a terrible explanation. That was a bad explanation because first, it's very easy to vary. I can say whatever god I want. I could say whatever thing I want. I could say that it was put up in the sky because the earth wanted it. The earth loves the sun and wants to see it up in the sky every day or something like that. I could say because I felt like it. I'm the sun god. Everybody bow down to me. Yeah, because first, it's not falsifiable. How are you gonna say that's wrong? You just can't. You can't argue against it. It's unarguable. And third, you can't measure that. How am I supposed to measure something that doesn't exist? So that's what a good explanation is. Or on the other hand, we could talk about gravity and the fact that we are spinning around the globe. That's hard to vary. That's incredibly hard to vary. If you try to vary that idea against any other idea somebody might have, gravity wins. It's falsifiable. The idea of gravity is falsifiable still, though. We can still improve upon it. And that's why ideas and creativity are infinite. Because no matter how hard to vary your idea gets, your creative idea gets, it's always going to be falsifiable. And that's good. That means you could always improve upon it. Even our best explanations of physics are falsifiable. Falsifiable doesn't mean they are wrong. It just means that they're not 100% right. That's all it means. Just because and they're hard to vary already. So they're good explanations. All it really means when I say they're falsifiable is that we can still improve upon them. If we discover something about physics, the first law of physics, that says it's slightly wrong, and we prove that through rigorous experimentation, we're gonna have to change that. Sorry. And then we're gonna have to change a whole bunch of other stuff because that would fuck shit up in terms of like what we believe about physical reality. But that's just how it works. That's how science works. That's why creativity is infinite. So what does this mean for humanity? Well, basically, humans can literally do anything they want as long as they have the creativity to do it, the ideas and creativity to do it, and as long as it obeys the laws of physics. We are universal explainers. We can explain anything in the cosmos, and as long as it's a good explanation, we can use those good explanations to make whatever the heck we want. as long as it fits into physical reality. So any problem that we have, it isn't a problem with like what we currently know today. It's a lack of good explanations. It's a lack of ideas that drive our main problems. Cancer, let me list a bunch of fucking problems. Cancer, global warming, the fact that there might be too many humans on Earth, population, overpopulation, yeah, those are the things that I could list right now. All those things are problems that would be solved with good explanations and human creativity. Once we have enough good explanations, we can do whatever we want. The only reason why you or I don't live as long, you and I aren't immortal, could very well be that science just isn't developed enough to solve that problem. That good explanations haven't developed enough. Then you'd be like, okay, what about overpopulation? Well, there are many ways, creative ways we could solve that problem. The way that most people devise would be to terraform Mars. Another way would be to harness the power of our closest sun, use it to cause transmutation with all the hydrogen atoms that are floating around there in space, and 3D print other globes. Because then at that point, material becomes basically infinite. We're only limited to how many hydrogen atoms there are in space. We can create whatever we want. We could form anything we would like without worrying about resources. Because we could take those hydrogen atoms and make whatever other atom we would like. We would be able to create water from thin air. We just don't have enough good explanations to do it, because we know it's possible in physical reality to do that. That is why humans are universal and our reaches in the cosmos are infinite.